Sri Devi Khadgamala Stotram, the sword garland of divine wisdom. Sri Devi Khadgamala Stotram is one of the most powerful, mysterious, and spiritually elevating hymns in Sri Vidya Upasana. It is a sacred mantra stotra centered on Sri Lalita Tripura Sundari Devi, meant for meditating upon her and invoking her divine presence. This stotra beautifully integrates the essence of yantra, mantra and tantra, making it one of the most important practices in the Sri Vidya tradition. Meaning of Khadgamala. The word Khadgamala comes from two Sanskrit words. Khadga, the sword of knowledge that cuts through ignorance. Mala, a garland or sequence of names. So, Khadgamala means reciting the garland of divine names that awaken spiritual wisdom. In this stotram, the devotee invokes the Divine Mother, her assisting goddesses, the various chakras, energies and powers within the Sri Chakra, step by step. Each name corresponds to a specific Shakti, the divine energy, and inner transformation. It is especially used during Sri Chakra worship and daily spiritual practice.
Main features. This stotram describes the multiple forms of Lalita Devi, the subtle parts of the Sri Yantra, the divine weapons and energies, the underlying tattvas, spiritual principles. By meditating on these names, one awakens the inner power, Kundalini Shakti, and attains the sword of wisdom, Jnana Khadga, which cuts through ignorance. The Khadga symbolizes divine knowledge that destroys illusion. It is often chanted at the beginning of Sri Chakra Puja or as a daily japa to purify and strengthen one's spiritual energy. Through this practice, the devotee surrenders body, mind and prana, life force, to the goddess and experiences inner transformation. Simple method of practice. Offer salutations to the Guru's feet. Meditate on Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari Devi. Chant each name from the Khadgamala Stotram, invoking each divine energy. Feel the presence of the goddess within your own heart. Conclude with prostration and rest in meditation. Benefits. Removes ignorance and grants divine knowledge. Calms and purifies the mind. Unites the devotee with the consciousness of the goddess. Awakens the inner energy and spiritual awareness. Serves as a preparatory path for Sri Chakra Upasana. Sri Devi Prayer. Hrim Karasana Garbhitanala Shikham Sauh Klim Kalam Bibhratim Sauvarnambara Dharinim Varasudha Dhautam Trinetrojwalam Vande Pustaka Pasha Mankushadharam Sragbhushita Mujwalam Twam Daurim Tripuram Paratpara Kalam Sri Chakra Sancharinim. Word by word meaning. Hrim Karasana Garbhitanala Shikham, she who sits upon the Hrim Bija, the seat of divine fire, the flame of spiritual energy hidden within the sacred syllable Hrim. Sauh Klim Kalam Bibhratim, she who embodies the powers of Sauh, union of Shiva and Shakti, and Klim, the seed of love and bliss. Sauvarnam Gharadharinim, she who is adorned with shining golden garments. Varasudha Dhautam, her form purified and glowing like nectar that grants boons. Trinetrojwalam, the three-eyed goddess radiating divine wisdom. Pustaka Pasha Mankushadharam, holding the book, knowledge, nose, attraction, and goad, control over Maya. Sragbhushitam Ujwalam, decorated with garlands and jewels resplendent with divine brilliance. Gaurim, Tripuram, Paratpara Kalam, Sri Chakra Sancharinim. She is Gauri, the power of light, Tripura, ruling over the three worlds of Maya, Vidya, and Para, and Sri Chakra Sancharini, who pervades and governs all the layers of the Sri Chakra.
Interpretation in the context of Sri Chakra. The Bindu, the central point of the Sri Chakra, represents the Supreme Shakti herself. The phrase Hrimkarasanam points to this Bindu, the seat of divine consciousness. So and Kleem are the Bija mantras energizing the Sri Chakra. Kleem, the power of bliss in divine love, Kamakala Rupini. Sau, the union of Shiva and Shakti at the center. Bindu, Sri Chakra Sancharini, means the Devi who moves through and energizes every level and layer of creation, culminating in perfect unity at the Bindu. Interpretation in Kundalini Yoga. The Kundalini Shakti lies coiled at the Mooladhara, the base chakra, like a serpent. As she ascends toward the crown, the Sahasrara, she manifests different divine forms at each chakra. The verse describes her as a flame of fire, Anala Shikha, symbolizing the awakening of the Kundalini energy. Hirim energizes this awakening. Trinetra represents divine awareness at the Anya chakra, third eye. Finally, the union of Kundalini and Shiva occurs at the Bindu or Sahasrara chakra, representing the ultimate realization. Philosophical essence. Hirm, the seed of Maya, contains creation, preservation, and dissolution. Suh represents the Supreme Absolute, the unity of Shiva and Shakti. Kleem symbolizes love, attraction, and bliss, Kamakala. Book represents knowledge, Vidya. Nose, the binding power of illusion, Maya. Goad, the power that controls and directs that Maya. Three eyes, will, knowledge, and action, Ichcha, Jnana, and Kriya. Shakti, garlanded form, harmony of all the tattvas of nature. Together, these depict the goddess as the source of knowledge, the controller of illusion, the awakener of Kundalini, and the embodiment of the supreme consciousness within the Sri Chakra.